Yes, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, boys and girls, vibrations of the mind of the one true God. How is everybody today? I'm not expecting anyone in at all, with it being 12:30 on a Monday. And if anyone does come in, you should be at work. What you doing, Dawson? Now, just wishing everybody well. Feel fantastic today, absolutely fantastic. Done a little bit of praying, meditating this morning. Gonna go back and do some more in-depth meditation later on. Just trying to keep out of this good feeling that I've got, man. I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing out my skin. I'm in the local park, Hammond's Pond, where it all began for me as a youth. 71 people, how you doing? Why aren't you at work, man? Dossers. I'm just having a little stroll about. I've just done a little interview with that Fight and Talk UK, said it'll be up later. Went down well. All positive stuff, of course. This park here, lost count of the amount of times we've went swimming and dossing in there. This park, it's part of my youth, man. It's part of my memories. Spent about 70% of my youth in here, up to no good, of course. But the load of big old like Greenland bushes and that way over there. Used to do all kinds of navy, hounds and hares, all kinds of games and carrying on we used to do over there. And then obviously the cider came along, the cider and the marijuana, and and that was that. The rest history. Tomorrow's a mystery. But just hope everybody's well. I've got our man Ben Hatchett coming up today, stopping off at Carlisle for switching trains, so he's got an hour. So instead of going to see him and that and get him a bit of lunch and that, we'll go and have a sit down and a bit brew and that somewhere. Maybe make a little bit of content. Who knows? Who have we got in the comments? Let us have a bit dig. Let's have a dig, let's have a dig, let's have a dig. We've got Pure Blood, Mark Campbell, Sean Christie, Matthew Cuthbert, Tony Beasley, Sean, Lincoln Hawk, Kevin Lazenby, Crosshatch. Who else we got? Paul Davies, Mark Lyons, Martin Wilkinson, NUFC, our man. Motorsports, my man, how you diddling? We've got Laura, Claire, Julie, Billy Big Time. Who do you think? Yeah, me. No, I hope everybody's well today. What a day to be alive. Look at that. Hardly a cloud in sight. What a day. How are you doing? I just strutting about talking to my phone, look like a bit of a weirdo, but it is what it is. 89 people, man, how you doing? What you all doing? Get yourselves a job. I'm only joking. Yes, Danny, shout out from Burnley, my man B Wood. That's where my people are, Chavy. Hope everybody's well. The 3D Fight Club, I went and give it a view on it. Thought it went down well, looked like a good event. One of my brothers is still missing in action. I don't know where he went, I don't know what he done. He'll go unnamed, but he's certainly some fucking banana. 101 people in the chat. How you doing? Here we go. COVID. Ped 89 COVID. You mean you've got a cold? Is what you've got, brother. You've got the sniffles. COVID, my ring piece. But just back from the second run of the day. Dale, Dale 2 runs. How you diddling? Suicide Squad, well aye, up the boys. Pneumonia for me, sorry about that, Rachel. Hope everything's well. Podcast referee, where you at, Danny? I'm at my local park in Carlisle, Curragh, the motherland, the Great Border City, the immense northern stronghold where it all began in 1985. In a back bedroom just over there, spat out my mother, landed on a carpet. How's that? What we got? Spring allergies, I would say. Looking well, Danny. Thank you, Lincoln. I think I need a trim, I'll maybe get one today. Took myself a day off this morning because I was having a couple of problems. They weren't extensive, they weren't deep-seated problems, but just shallow on the surface problems. I got them sorted. There's a bench. I could have sat there and done my wife's cowing. All the side of benches where we used to sit, they're all shifted about. I'm going to have a little sit down. I sat on a wide bench before this, a bench with no table in front of it, just having a bit crack with that Fight and Talk. He's a good mushroom. I like him. I like his channel and all. He's done some good content at the weekend, interviewing all the fighters, and that's a fair play to him. Where we are, can maybe get the sun in front of us so it's not blinding y'all. Who we got in this chat? Let's have a bit ratch. Who we got? Dale Richardson, Bullman's Beer Reviews. Hammond's Pond looking good today, isn't it though? Beautiful. What a day to be alive today. Unreal. I've got to go and tidy my house later though. That'll probably put us on a downer, man. The kids have absolutely turned it upside down, and it's like a tornado has been through the Ken when they've been at the weekend. Carlisle beat Barra. Well, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? Like Barra there. T-shirt bought today. Oh, I see. Was that you? I've just been up to the W.H. Smith and bought a load of envelopes. I've dropped 2 T-shirts off, but there's a local post office just up the road. I'll go and drop some more off. The merch is doing well. Thank you for each and every person that showed interest, and especially the people who's bought it, you know, thank you very much. I have unfortunately had to put the postage and packaging on top, or it's just going to annihilate any profits at all in them. You know, obviously people have they've got their own mind up. They can buy them if they want. They don't have to buy them at all. I'm not ramming them down anybody's neck, but they're there for people who want them. Eddie Hall had an unusual stance. Well, he's going to have, isn't he? He's about 35 stone. But I thought that fight was quite entertaining, actually. I never watched it till last night. I watched it last night. I was in bed early, mind. I watched a couple of bits on YouTube, and I think I was in bed for about 7:45. How can I buy that T-shirt, Murray Phillip? Go on to my Insta. I've just put a post on my community page, my new Insta, Knee Divvies Round Here Mush. That's my new Insta page. So anybody that wants to get on there and buy a T-shirt, you know, it'd be very appreciated. I will be giving a donation out of the profits to Paul's charity. John Ronald, my Instagram brother. Julie Davey, I'll refer you to my previous answer last, my Instagram. I've put a thing on my community of anyone that wants to buy them. Have I been to South Shields? I have indeed, Lincoln Hawk. Been there many a time. I've boxed there and I've worked there. And I've met a viewer from there. Who else have we got in the comments? 125 people on a Monday dinner time, man. Flattered. Absolutely blew away. Yes, Graham Cunningham. How are you, brother? I've just getting myself prepped this week, really, for my Majesty's holiday on Friday. Obviously, I don't want to go, but I've had to like mentally prepare myself, you know, for going. I've had to like visualise myself, obviously, walking out of there with a slap on the wrist. But you know, I've had to be realistic with myself, haven't I? And I've had to, like, you know, sort of prepare myself for getting on that bus and going on the wing. I'm going to go uptown tomorrow and buy myself a couple of new tracksuits for wing. If I go, obviously it'd be nice to just wear them on the street. What am I about? He's my favourite person of all time. Grasses and nonsense exposed. I love you, brother. You are the man. You are the man. You are. Tosser. Where we are. Okay, I'll be buying one of them. Not a problem, mate. Get on me Insta, mate. Drop us a little message, give us your address, and we'll get one sorted and sent out to you first class. Why is Danny big up from Liverpool? Thank you, Paul Greaves. Big shout out to Scousers. What about Paddy Pimblay? Doing the business again. Pimblet, whatever you all Scousers call him. Doing the business again at the weekend. I tell you what, that UFC card was a card and a half. That was a card and a half. That was a brilliant card. Even the first fight in there, when they got off the prelims. Watched all the prelims and all, because I couldn't get the 3D fight thing sorted, could I? It just wouldn't even give us the link, because I'm glad it never took me 10 quid off us, because apparently no one really seen it, did they? They had to stream it live on YouTube. You never answer about Mickey Hammers. Where's this? You never answer about Mickey Hammers. What do you want to know, Mark Lyons? Ask me anything you want about my brother from another mother, Michael Stewart. Kicks like a mule. We'll have a little look, see what you've got to say about him. Crosshatch, my man. D Towers. Molly McCann. What was that spinning elbow like, though? That was a finish and a half. I've never seen where the bonus has gone, but I'm sure she got one. What a finish. I think they give out a record number of bonuses or something. The gate was like a record British gate, and that. What a show, man. What a card it was, that UFC. I've got myself right into the UFC over the last 2 years. Where we've got Mark Lyons, SOG. Yes, it was brilliant, brother. Paul Greaves. Paddy the Baddie. He is a funny charver though, isn't he, Paul? He's just got that charismatic way about him. He's like, he's entertaining. That's what he is. He's entertaining and boy can pagger. And I kind of like the way, I don't like it, I mean, it's not ideal for him, but where he gets caught, he's been caught flush in most of his fights. He puts his chin in the air, but he's told you, he showed you that he can take a shot, you know, and he can finish a fight. Arnold Allen is the man. That was the best fight of his career, the best performance, I would say. You know, and obviously he's a wrestler, he's a wrestler, but he just smashed that down to bits. His hands and his punchings came on so much. Wrestling and boxing, I mean, they're the two things really what you need, if you ask me, in UFC, and he's got them both in abundance. 174 people. How you doing, everyone, on a Monday dinner time? Respect from the West Coast. Thank you, Anton. Knights Templar, UK Don. I'm fighting on the next 3D fight card. Never say never. Never say never. You know, I don't want to put anybody down. But that Danny Duval took a belt home, didn't he, you know? We'll see how I feel, you know. If he wants to get it on, he just has to say the word, you know, and we'll get it on. I can see that being an easy night's work for myself, but no disrespect to him. You know, he took a belt home, he done the business. But I thought that boy who was fighting him looked, to me, they were saying this Irish boy, something was about the cream of them all. He looked good and well skilled, but I'm still to watch that fight. That boy who was in the main event, the boy who got stopped with that hematoma, I thought he looked the most talented like fighter that I've seen on there, just because you could see he was well schooled, he had good movement, good fluidity of punches. Boy was knee divvy. Don't you work, Danny? Yes, I do, brother, but I've had a day off today. I had a few problems this morning, I threw the towel in. I've got a few bits and bats to be on with. Terry Hargreaves, how you doing? 4 nights with no sleep. Aye, mate, coming off them benzos is no joke. I tell you what's worth getting and all, mate, what grafted for me, a bit of night nurse. Go to the chemist and get a bit of night nurse. I did have to swig half the bottle like for it to do out, but it works, yeah. Or a few of them antihistamines. Just do whatever you do not take them benzos. Sometimes you have got to wean yourself off them. Like I was lucky, I wasn't lucky at all. I was in a lot of constricting pain, you know, in my chest and across my head and that. Even my brain was hurting, you know, but coming off them benzos is no joke, brother. I wish you all the best with that. It is a hard battle, mate, and you will come out the other side. Just give yourself a favour, give yourself a break, you know what I mean? It's sometimes coming off and stopping dead isn't the best thing to do, you know, you never got addicted in a day, so remember, easy does it. Where we at here? Mickey T, Gary Green, Matthew K, Tony Morris, William Lee, the only Doc 77. Good man, and fair play to you, the only Docs. John Evans, aye mate, of course it is. I tell you what, we're going to do a question time this week before I go away, and you can all ask us as many questions as you want, but I will have a moderator on the channel so he can decipher who's a real channel and who's not. But I'll be answering any questions that wants to come at us. Need back doors with me, Chava. Jamie Dixon, yes it is. Nathan, Tony Morris, Andy, CG, LEN, C Glenn 44 even. How you doing, brother? Trying to give everyone a shout out here. No, I've never been to Thailand, my friend. No problem, Terry. Give it a shot. It works. Like it just dopes you up a little bit on the night. Just helps you get your head down. I'm getting some of the best sleeps I've ever had. 248 people, man. Wow, on a Monday. How's that? How's them apples? Danny, get that belt off Danny D. Well, we'll wait and see. Like I say, we'll just wait and see. I'm not calling him out or anything like that. If he wanted to dance, mate, he can have it. But you know, like I say, I need a little bit of break from training. I've done that much cardio on this run up to fighting Paul. I've knocked myself into the ground. And like I say, I've spent most of my life in a gym grinding. You know, especially me teenage years and me early 20s, man. I was just flat out. You know what I mean? I don't really miss it as much. Trying to get in fight shape. I said this just on that thing. See being like kind of fit. You only need to fit in. You know, that just tells me you just fit into your t-shirt nicely. But see, to be in fight shape, mate, you've got to be incredibly fit. Your conditioning has got to be through the roof. You've got to be able to soak up punches. You need extensive sparring, you know, strength and conditioning work and cardio, and it takes it out of you, man. It's a long, long road to getting fight fit, especially when you've just come off the couch like me. When I started, where we are. Pure blood. Yes, my man. 250 real chavas. chavas and viewers. Please don't take that as any disrespect, lass. It's just what we call lasses. It's just what we call girls round here, viewers. No disrespect intended. Grasses and nonces exposed. Thanks for the view. Thanks for the input. John Evans. Not sure what you mean there. Oh, you that just made that comment before. Well, listen, brother, there's no back doors with me. I'll openly hold my hands up to everything I've ever done. You know, and I don't live in regret. I don't live in regret for the things I've done. I tell you what, I better start walking home because I'm going to meet Ben Hatchett in shortly. He's getting off the train at about 1:30, so I'll have a little drive into town and take him for a bit scran. Where we at? What was this question about Mickey Hammers? Have I missed it? This is why I need a moderator, man. I can't read 250 people's worth of comments. We start at the bottom. Tony Morris, well said, Danny. Thank you, brother. Trench L, Darren G will knock me out. Well, everyone has an opinion. Opinions are like arseholes, aren't they? Everyone's got one, and most of them stink. But, you know, I'll take that on board. You know, thanks for your input. Darren G, you know, I made a little video this morning saying that we're all cool. You know, I put out whatever I put out there saying I was going to punch him out with trainers. I retract that. You know, I don't mean that. That's just an example of how my emotions can get the better of my behaviour. And, you know, it is what it is. I take it back. I shouldn't have said that. Darren's got his own path, his own goals, you know, and I wish him well. Simple as that. There'll be no more back and forward between me and Darren G. I wish that man well. At the top about Mickey Hammers, it's all love. Well, what is it? I can't scroll all the way back through, brother, because I haven't got a moderator and I'm not being funny or cheeky here, but I just can't keep up. I'm new to these lives. I think I've done 4 of them. I'm still to have anybody on me live. Mickey Hammers, what do you want to know about Mickey Hammers? Absolutely love the man to bits. Like I said, anyway, all the lads from the northeast, when I first sparred with him, they were all warning us, like, watch what you're doing with that Mickey Hammers. He'll punch a hole in a tank. Boy, come bang, be careful, because he doesn't spar lightly and all that. And whoa, were they right? He nearly punched us right out the ring the first spar we had. And, you know, but we love each other now, mate. It's all love between me and Mickey, man. And like I said, I'd do anything for that man. I'd stand beside him against anybody. Love the chava. Aye, well, you know, like I said about Darren, all the best to him. Wish him well. He's got his own path, his own direction, his own platform. And he's a big boy, isn't he? You know what I mean? You know, no more chew between me and that chava. I think he said, will I fight him? Will I fight who? Will I fight Mickey Hammers? Yes, brother, how are you? Aye, sound, mate. No, I wouldn't fight Mickey Hammers. I'll tell you what, it'd be some spectacle, though. But we'd see, won't we? Boys, where we at? I'll try and keep up. I'm going to knock it off in a minute and we're leaving the park. Where we at? I'd love to meet and spar Mickey Hammers December sometime. Would anyone 3D Fight Club have tested Mickey Hammers? Nobody on that fight card, from what I've seen, would have tested Mickey Hammers. He's a very, very spiteful puncher indeed. You know, like I say, I think I only get about 90% of his power when he's sparring me. You know, if you ever pissed him off, if he was ever fighting for a wage, you know, I think you'd get the full force of him and you wouldn't have to know about it. Always had natural power. Matthew K, I haven't always had, you know, natural, whatever power I've got, I've kind of always had. Just body dynamics, you know, I'm not a massive puncher for a 13-stone kid, you know. Mickey Hammers is a big puncher. And anyone that gets in with him and feels, you know, he's on the wrong side of his punches would agree. Mickey Hammers is a big puncher. He punches a lot harder than me, you know, but I can only punch as hard as my genetics and my dynamic ability will let me punch. So, you know, there you have it. I'm not a massive puncher. I've sparked plenty of kids. You know, I've been put down myself. You know, but it is what it is. Powers, I think massive punchers are born. You know, big punchers are born. You can only put an extra percentage in there, you know, through technique and fitness. But you know, power's something you're born with. You know, I only crack as hard as I can crack. You know what I mean? I've got a reasonable amount of power, but I'm not a big puncher really from my size. I like to box and use my noggin. Oh, well, that's somewhat constructive, our grasses and nonces. Sometimes not just about how much you can punch, but it's also about how much you can take. Yes, it is. It certainly is. You know, as because the ex-wife was bringing. Sorry about that. I was just saying there that I've got this Rocky soundtrack in me on my iPhone when I'm running and that, and it's a belter. It like gives us all the motivation I need. It's got all the quotes and that, and you know, when like all the quotes off the films right through to the Rocky films, all the Creed films and that. It's got like all the quotes in and all the music. It's got like a mixture and a soundtrack of all the different belter tunes in there, man. What a cowie it is. But I'm gonna go. I need to get home and I need to get my shit sorted out. I'll see everyone later, people. Much love. God bless everyone. Ta-da. Ta-da.